The Ben Azzai Programme is a key flagship programme of the Chief Rabbi to take outstanding Jewish university students to the developing world, together with expert organisations such as Tzedek, to explore issues of international development.
It's hugely important that Jewish children from a tender age start to appreciate what their responsibility is in terms of the realms of chesed. It's important they should be aware of it. It's important they should be proud of what we as Jews can and should achieve.
I'd always had a really strong sense of Jewish identity and who I was, but I'd also always wanted to look outside of the community. I've always been interested in travelling and kind of seeing what the rest of the world had to offer. But I always felt that those two sides of me, those two sides of my identity, kind of were in conflict somewhat with each other. And when I found out about Ben Azzai, it was the first time I'd heard of an initiative that could kind of reconcile the two. So I thought this was a great way to kind of do it within a Jewish framework, which was really important to me.
We have now sent 4 groups of top Jewish university students to places of deprivation in Africa and in India. And what was important for us, for them to realize, is what causes it and what the right solution is. And it is in this regard that Tzedek has been invaluable to us, to be able to train our participants to appreciate the importance of delivering high-quality, sustainable development.
I'd say my favourite memory was the time we met with some of the beneficiaries of the Youth Empowerment for Life. And we had this amazing opportunity where 2 people from our group went with 1 person from their group, and we walked around for like 20 minutes, half an hour. We just had this amazing open conversation, and we were suddenly able to see what it was like to live as a young person in northern Ghana and hear about the struggles that they have and compare our struggles and the amazing things that we have and the amazing things that they have. And it was this eye-opening and very honest conversation. I loved it.
I had spoken to alumni who had partaken on the trip, and they spoke about not just the impact on themselves, but the impact that they were able to have on others upon return from the trip, and the opportunity for me to use the experiences of the trip to engage and to educate others upon return to the UK, and was something that I felt like I had to do.
Ben Azzai students have returned to the UK inspired, empowered, to do extraordinary things, and we're so proud of what they have done so far in the field of social responsibility.
So my name is George. I went on the Ben Azzai Programme with Tzedek 2 years ago. Over the months after we got back from the trip, we were working together as a team and trying to bring in the previous group of Ben Azzai students. We were trying to all work together to use our personal experiences to shift the dial of how people talk about these things in the Jewish community as a whole. The way we decided to do that was by a coordinated campaign, which we called Social Responsibility Week. When it came to it in the following January, we had events in more than 35 institutions, which reached more than 2,000 people, particularly young people. And we hoped that a young Jewish student would come home from school having heard their teacher speaking about Social Responsibility Week, and would go home and open the newspaper and see an article about Social Responsibility Week and hear the Chief Rabbi speaking about Social Responsibility Week. And with all of these different ways in which they were interacting with the idea, it would become natural, it would become embedded that outward-looking social responsibility was central to Judaism in the way that many other concepts we already consider to be central to Judaism.
It was Ben Azzai who in the Talmud taught that considering the image of God in every person is crucial.